And we have with us Isaac Hayes III, the founder of Fanbase, who's going to give us a little bit of an update about what's going on at Fanbase as we approach the end of this year. I am somebody who's very proud to be an investor in Fanbase as well. And so, Mr. Hayes, I'm excited to have you here. Please keep us informed all of the time, but what's happening right now?
Man, we are in a push right now, right before the holidays, to get a lot of people to give the gift of equity as a gift, right, for Fanbase. So we've had this crowdfund going, and it's picked up a lot of steam because of the instability with TikTok, the craziness with Elon, and the understanding that moving into 2025, we're going to have to be our own saviors and really build infrastructures that we own. So right now, the raise just crossed $4.2 million raised, which is an incredible, mark for us. We're raising 17 million, but I want to say that the minimum to invest in Fanbase is only $399, and that gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase at $665 a share. And so, as many people as that watch this program in a day could close our raise, right? 32,000 people investing the minimum of $399 could catapult us to close, and I could really catch TikTok by January 19th and build a lot of other things that people want, including our new vertical called Fanbase Spark, which is like our version of Twitter. So there's a lot going on, but I wanted to come on and really express the importance of coming in 2025. We are all we got. We already see what's going to happen with the administration, but we have to own these infrastructures. And so I think it's extremely important we do that. It's a lot going on right now in tech.
And before I go to the panel, you said by January 19th, you can catch them if we do our part.
Yeah, because the Supreme Court hears arguments from TikTok on January 10th. Their argument is going to be about freedom of speech, but it was never about freedom of speech with TikTok. It was about the fact that the Chinese government owned a part of ByteDance. And if the Chinese government divested from ByteDance, then TikTok will be allowed to stay. The Chinese government refused. And so it's a 50-50 toss-up that TikTok will make it past January 19th. We've seen a large spike in users come to the platform because we are the only platform currently that allows you to migrate up to 1,000 of your TikTok videos over to Fanbase as a backup. There's no other platform to do that. Anybody that's trying to go to these other platforms that try to mimic TikTok, at least with Fanbase, you can do that with Instagram. You can do that with TikTok. I filed a patent for this content migrator we built so that you're not starting from scratch. So I don't want people to lose their content. I want people to have their content and be able to monetize their content. So that's extremely important. So January 19th is the date that TikTok, the fate of TikTok will be determined if it gets banned.
And that migration works, y'all. Trust me, I have used it. Questions from the panel. Mustafa.
There may be some folks who hadn't seen you on the show before. Could you sort of share with them, sort of what that moment of reflection was in the creation of Fanbase?
I mean, it's a couple things. I often reflect on the fact that Black culture is just the gasoline to so many infrastructures in our world. It's entertainment and sports and technology and fashion and food. And we contribute a lot to these infrastructures. But at the end of the day, it's always a small group of people that own these infrastructures. And I wanted to build something, one, that Black people and anybody had an opportunity to own and invest in on the back end. But then on the front end, anybody that uses Fanbase has the ability to monetize their content by simply creating an account. So you can get tipped for your content. Or if you want, you can have subscribers for your content. And so that's important. So my decision to build Fanbase was one out of understanding that Black culture and youth culture are the heartbeat of social media. And we have to own these infrastructures. If we don't, we're going to get left behind in 2025. We have to start building things that we own.
Julian.
Bro, first of all, thank you for creating this Fanbase platform. I happen to be an investor like Congo, as I think you're on with Roland a while back. And I said, well, I'm not rolling in dough, but I got to do a little something just to support this. Mm-hmm. However, there are all kinds of things going on with Fanbase. And as an investor, I feel like I'm kind of ignorant. I really don't know what all is going on and how I can maximize my visibility through using Fanbase. Could you give me some suggestions or is there a newsletter that you have?
So if you are an investor, you should get an investor newsletter at all times, number one. Two, when you invest in Fanbase, your shares are held in your Start Engine account. So when you go to startengine.com/Fanbase to invest, that is the custodian of your shares. We do the raise through Start Engine. So you can always check on your stock there. So if you have any updates, any questions, you can go through Start Engine. But once you become an investor, you get an investor newsletter. On top of that, you have an audio town hall.
I've never received an investor newsletter, but I know y'all took my money. Not y'all took my money, but I invested my money. I know I did that because it came out of my account. I can see it, but I've never seen a newsletter.
Yeah, so you should hit support@fanbase.app to be part of the newsletter. And then we also do an investor town hall and audio room. So Fanbase has audio chat, like Clubhouse and X Spaces. And so we have a Tuesday town hall every Tuesday where we talk about what's going on with the raise and the progress that we made. And so I think those are the really important things that when you invest in Fanbase, it's like a 5-step process. The first thing is you go to startengine.com/Fanbase to invest. That's the first thing. You make an account. 2, when you invest your money remains in escrow, which means we don't have it and you don't have it. And then they do a compliance check. Once that happens, you'll get an confirmation email to confirm your investment. And then your investment's confirmed. Then your money goes into a disbursement queue for us to put in our account. Once that money hits our account, you are a Fanbase investor. But I repeat, consider Start Engine as the wallet for your shares, for your stock, right? And we actually post updates on the Start Engine page. If you even scroll down to the bottom of the Start Engine page, you'll see updates that we do multiple times a week. But also, as an investor, you should absolutely be part of that email. So if you're not, email support@fanbase.app. And then join the town hall, the audio town hall inside the app every Tuesday at 5 p.m.
Yeah, no doubt. Juliana, we'll talk afterwards. I'll make sure you get hooked up because I get all the newsletters and all of that. So we'll make sure we get that taken care of. Joe, final question.
Glad to see you here again, Brother Hayes. I'm an investor as well. What's the easiest way people can find out information about the content migrator and things like that? Like, because those of us that aren't super techies, you know how we take a picture and then we want to take the picture, link it, put it on IG, put it on X or Y or Z, but maybe we don't see Fanbase right away like that on our phone. Well, what are the ways for us to learn how to use and integrate Fanbase so that it's just as easy for us, not only in actuality, but in perception, for us to use it and maximize it just like it is for the other apps?
So, well, in settings, you can always, the content migration part of Fanbase is in settings. You go to the settings inside your app, and it'll say import from Instagram or TikTok to bring your content over. That's extremely important because, again, it puts your content in a place where people can tip it. We have people that join Fanbase, they make a couple dollars, few dollars the first couple hours they're on the platform because people are actually tipping them for their content. They're giving this thing called love. So on Fanbase, you can like posts for free if you're on any platform, but you can also tip content, which is called love. And so when you tip that content, you give that person half a penny, and people buy that love in our subscription store. And that love, the only thing you can do with love is give it to someone else. And people are very, very transactional on the platform. And so people are, tipping and showing people love and being very transactional. So that's one way, like I said, to import your content. The best practices I would say is importing your content, make sure that you have a profile picture up, and then start going around and really explore the parts of the app. Fanbase has 6 content formats, right? So we have posts, which are stories and videos. We have live, we have audio chat, we have stories, we have short form video, which is like TikTok, we call Flicks, and we have long form video called Fanbase Plus, which is like YouTube. And so all of those together create the ecosystem of Fanbase, which anybody can monetize from day one, but you can also be entertained, connect with friends, create content, post content. And I think that we have no tech infrastructure that we own. These platforms are very vulnerable, and they really don't exist without a lot of the things that the Black community provide and young people provide. And we've seen how we get treated on these platforms. 1, just the way that we get treated. And then 2, the instability that's in the market. Like TikTok could literally go away. And there have been a lot of people making videos on TikTok about how they can import their content to Fanbase and do so. But what I want to stress again one more time is we are in the holiday season. It is a couple of days before Christmas. People are going to get money for Christmas, or people are looking for Christmas gifts to buy. I'm telling you right now, 32,000 people, investing the minimum of $399 allows us to close this raise. And what I mean by that is the money that we raise with Fanbase allows us to build a product faster. I can build anything. If people that have used Fanbase know how awesome it is, but it gives us the ability to close the gap in between these platforms that are very vulnerable right now. And investing is something that we're going to have to do. You cannot save your way to wealth. You cannot save your way to wealth. And they're going to push gambling commercials in front of your eyes. They're going to tell you to use these betting apps. They're going to tell you to play the lottery, but no one's going to tell you to invest, right? No one's going to tell you, look, investing is what we have to do. So go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest in Fanbase today. If not buying shares for you, buy shares for your kids, your grandkids, your relatives, your friends. But I really want to close this raise as fast as I can because there's a lot on the line. And again, there's a 7 content format that people have asked for that we talked about and spoke that we're going to build in 2025 called Spark. And Spark is our version of Twitter. So Black Twitter's never had a home, and we can build that. And we're going to build Spark in 2025, which is our version of Twitter. So this is the call. Like I said, people. This is the end of the year. I know the gift giving is going to be going crazy, and millions of people watch Roland Martin. And in the Black community, there's 48 million Black people in the United States of America. I'm looking for 32,000 Black, the 48 million, to be investors and own part of this platform for $399. That's it. That's the Christmas gift that I've been looking for. That's the Christmas gift that I want. I want to be able to, we ride the success of Fanbase to the top. We have equity in these platforms. We make billion-dollar companies, and Fanbase is not going to stop. We have close to 1 million users on Fanbase. Our MAU is over 400,000. We're generating revenue. It's a lot involved. And so I just want to make sure that 2025 is a signature moment for the platform where we scale.
Yes, and we're talking about Christmas. Let's also talk about Kwanzaa. We got Ujamaa, which is cooperative economics, you all. You got an opportunity to have ownership in a Black company. What better holiday gift can there be? So please, you all get out there, support Isaac Hayes III, support Fanbase. We need this now more than ever, especially what's going on with all of these other platforms that he has so eloquently talked about tonight. So Mr. Isaac Hayes III, we appreciate you, and we're going to keep building this together. Happy holidays to you and your family.
Happy holidays to you. Thank you. There is no more DEI. It's WEEI. We have to support each other and invest. So startengine.com/fanbase. Thank you all.
I love that. WEEI.
Hi, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Fanbase is a free to download, free to use, next generation social media platform that allows anyone to have followers and subscribers on the same page. Fanbase was built through investment dollars from equity crowdfunding from the Jobs Act. People just like you help build Fanbase, and we're looking for more people to help build Fanbase. We are currently raising $17 million in a Regulation A crowdfund on Start Engine. We've already crossed $2.1 million, but we're looking to raise more capital from people just like you that deserve the opportunity to invest in early stage startups without having to be accredited investors. So right now, I'd like you to go to startengine.com/fanbase and invest. The minimum to invest is $399. That gets you 60 shares of stock in Fanbase right now, today. And then use Fanbase to connect with friends, grow your audience, and be you without limits.